Hey everyone, welcome to my channel again. So today in this video I will discuss one important topic in graph theory which is known as topological sort. So what is topological sorting? Topological sorting for directed acyclic graph is a linear ordering of vertices where for every directed edge u to v, vertex u comes before v in the ordering, and it is not possible for a non-directed acyclic graph. Let's take one example here. So this is a graph which is a directed graph here, and here how the direction is maintained. So using some parameter called u to v, that means one direction is maintained as 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, 3 to 4 or 2 to 4, where the starting point is denoted as u and the end point as v. So topological sorting means we have to create an order where always the starting point will be before to the end point. That means here if you check 1 to 2 there is a connection, so 1 is always before 2 in the result. 2 to 4 there is a connection, so that's why 2 is before 4 in this last result. So think about this 2, 1, 3 or 4 as some subject. Some subject means, suppose this 2 means Spring Boot, 1 means Java, 3 means Spring Boot microservices, and 4 means REST API development. So before getting into Spring Boot course, we have to know about Java. That is a prerequisite. And for writing microservices and all using Spring Boot, we have to know Spring Boot. And for learning Spring Boot, we again need to learn Java. So if this is actually a huge structure where there is so much dependency there, then how we can tell that which order if I read, then that will be a correct order for me. So if you see here, if I read in this manner, first course 1 to complete, then 2, then 3, then 4, then it's a correct order I am going. Then everything we can finish. So now the question is, I can look into the graph and tell what is the big matter here. But think about a big graph like this, where we have so many dependency with each other, and we have to tell the order in which order we have to proceed. Then that will be the correct order, and that order if we go, then we can complete everything without any dependency. So that is the use case of topological sorting. Now we will talk about these two terms, why it is not applicable for non-directed and cyclic graph. So direction is required because direction only will tell us that what kind of dependency is there from which one to which one, right? So here 1 to 2 there is a direction. That's why we can tell that 2 is dependent on 1, or 3 is dependent on 2, or 4 is dependent on 2 and 3. That's why it is applicable for directed graph. What about acyclic? So suppose this is a graph which has a cycle like 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 2. What is the problem here? Because 3 is dependent on 2, 4 is dependent on 3, and 2 is dependent on 4 again. So each and every one is dependent on each and other. Then how we can tell like where to start? So that's why for a cyclic graph we can't determine the topological sorting order. So that's why for topological sorting always we require a directed acyclic graph. Now we will check few applications where topological sorting is used. Topological sort has many applications. It is used in dependency management. Suppose we all have used Maven in our Java projects. So Maven is a dependency management tool where if we are importing any dependency, that time along with that we have to import some other library also which is dependent on this particular library. Then maybe that particular library is dependent on something else. So how you will determine that which order we have to download the dependencies, right? So that's why in dependency management topological sorting is used. Another thing is course prerequisite, which I explained earlier. So maybe think about these are all courses. So this is the course I have to do, but before that I have to complete this one, then only I can jump into this. And if I have to do this course, then I have to do this course and then this course before to that, then only I can start reading about it. Build systems. Suppose some build is running and I have to first build this one, then if we build this one, some downstream application, then only we have to maintain this build system in a correct order. So how we will determine that? For that purpose also we can use topological sorting. Data pipeline. Suppose some data is published by this job which will be used by this job, then it will transform it to something which will be then consumed by this job D, C and F. Then they will do some transformation, then job C will consume the data from job D along with something from B. Okay, then together it will do something which will be consumed by job E. Then how to run these jobs, because these jobs will produce some data, so how to maintain that thing, that also topological sort will be used for that. Workflow management, same thing, like if we have several jobs running, then how we, and if they have dependency with each other, then how we can maintain their order, like how we can order that thing, then we don't have any dependency which is can cause problem. Okay, so if you have used the tool called Apache Airflow, their dashboard if you see, they're also there using these things maybe in behind the scenes. Now we'll see how we can do topological sorting. Now we will talk about how we can implement topological sorting. One good technique is to use Kahn's algorithm. So there we will use the concept of in degree and out degree of a node, and then we can solve this problem. Another way of doing is using DFS plus stack. So for this example, we will use Kahn's algorithm, and maybe later point of time I will make another video which will be use DFS and stack to implement the topological sorting. One more thing is we will do this program also 210, that is course schedule 2 in LeetCode. This problem is built using topological sort. If you read about this problem, now you will easily understand this is a particularly a topological sort related problem. Now we will talk about Kahn's algorithm implementation to determine topological sorting of a graph. So here I have taken one graph. This is a directed graph and a acyclic graph also. So acyclic graph or cyclic graph, that is not a problem, because if it's a cyclic graph, our algorithm will handle that thing and it will not produce a result. Okay, so before that we have to know one concept that is called in degree or out degree of a node. What is known as in degree of a node? That means we have to check for a node how many edges coming inside. So if you check for this example 2, from 4 to 2 and from 3 to 2 and 5 to 2, the connections are coming inside or towards 2. So that's why the in degree value of 2 is 3. So in same manner, out degree means whatever nodes are going outside. So from 2 to 7, 2 to 6, the edges are going outside. So out degree value for this will be 2. So what I did is, to save some time, each and every node I marked with their in degree value. For 1, the in degree value is 0. For 3, the in degree value is 1. And for 2, it is 3. 4, it is 0. For 7, it is 2. For 6, it is 2. And for 5, it is 0. And I have taken one array in degree. The size of the array is same as the number of nodes. And there I have filled with their in degree values. I have taken one queue. What is the purpose? I will come next. And another array I have taken which has also the same length as the number of nodes. Here I will just store the topological order result. Okay. So now I will start with the explanation. So first thing what we have to do is we have to identify which node has in degree value as 0. What we can see from here is for node 1, 4 and 5, the in degree value is 0. That means one of them will be my starting point. Why it is? Because if someone has in-degree value as 0, that means that particular node don't has any dependency with anyone else. So that will be a starting point. And one more thing to tell here, topological sorting, there is no definite answer. That means topological sorting will be many solutions can be possible, because 1 also can be a starting point, 4 also can be a starting point, 5 also can be a starting point. Our main purpose is to sort it where dependencies are well maintained. Okay, so topological sorting problems may have many answers, not a problem. So now suppose I am starting with the node 1 here. Okay, now what we can check is, before that we have to check how many node has in-degree value as 0. Those nodes I can put it inside a queue. So first 1 I will put it in the queue, then 4, then 5. Then I will process this queue until it is empty. So first value I will process is 1. Okay, so that I will take out of the queue or dequeue. Then I will check what are the neighbors of this node 1. The neighbor of node 1 is 3. So what I have to do is I have to delete this particular node. Means you can think it in your mind. I am not deleting anything, but 1 and this edge has no more relation with this graph anymore. Okay, so this part of the job is done for 1. You can imagine like this. So 1 has no role to play now. I am taking it out of the graph. Okay, and then what we can do is whatever neighbors of 1, their in-degree value I can reduce by 1. So what we have to do is, now the 1's only neighbor is 3, so I have to erase its in-degree value and I have to decrease it by 1. So now the new value will be 0. Okay, same thing we have to update here also in this in-degree array. This in-degree array is just a representation of whatever I am showing here. So to save some time, I am not showing this thing in this in-degree array, but actual programming, this in-degree array operation will happen in this array only. Okay, or maybe it will not take some time. I can do this thing also parallelly. For node 3, now the updated value will be 0. Okay, and it is true also, right? If this connection is removed, that means this in-degree value of 3 also reduced by 1. So now if you check, this in-degree value of 3 is 0 only, right? So now what I have to do is, if the in-degree value of this node or any node which is neighbor is become 0, then that also we have to put inside the queue. So 3 is the new member in the queue now. Okay, as this one this one already processed. Okay, now we have to take out the next one from the queue, that is 4. So if you take out 4, what are the neighbors of 4? That is 2 and 7. So in-degree of them will be reduced by 1. So 3 will become 2, 2 will become 1. So 4 I have to take out. So all these connections are cutting. So 3 will be now 2 and this 2 will be now 1. Okay, now I have to process again, because nothing is now become 0, that's why no new members to put inside the queue. So next member of queue is 5. Oh, one more thing to forget mention here, whatever I actually from queue it is popping, so I have to maintain that thing here. So that is the topological result I am also getting. Okay, now I will process 5. So when I will process 5, that means 5 I have to take out, and 5 has dependency with 2 and 6. So the in-degree value of 2 in 6 will be reduced by 1. So 2 and 2 will become, both will become 1. So it will also become 1 and it will also become 1. Okay, so no one is now 0. So that's why we have to again continue. So before that I will do some cleanup because it will be easy to understand then. Okay. Now 5 will come here, and then next one I have to remove from Q, that is 3. So for 3 the neighbor is 2. Okay, so 3 will be removed and this neighbor 2's in degree will become 0 now because it will be reduced by 1. So the new value will be 0, and as it is become 0 we have to put it inside the Q. Now next thing which I have to take from Q is 2, and before that I have to mention 3 here. So when 2 will be removed, so we have to check for 2's neighbor, that is 7 and 6. So both of their in degree value will be reduced by 1. So both of them will be now 0. 0 and 0. And as they become 0, so that will be picked by this Q. So 6 will be the new one and 7 also. And here 2 will come. And next time 6 will be picked. Okay, 6 has no labor, so 6 will be written here. And 7 also will be picked. 7 has no neighbor. And if we check now, the Q also became empty, right? So we have to stop our operation, and the result we got as topological order is 1 4 5 3 2 6 7. So this order, if you proceed, then we will resolve all the dependency, and this will be the topological order of the graph. So here maybe I have not updated simultaneously, but whatever you checked from here, the same value you have to update in each and every operation here also. Now we will check if a cycle is present here. Suppose from this direction to this direction and from 6 to 5 there is a connection instead of 5 to 6. How this algorithm will help us to resolve that thing. So now we will check for a graph where cycle is present. So I have reduced few nodes to make it simple. So what we can check is from 2 to 6, 6 to 5 and 5 to 2, one cycle is formed. Okay. So now we will check if Kant's algorithm will help us in this case. So in degree for 1 is 0, 3 is 1, 2 is 2, and like that way for 5 and 6 both are 1. So first in degree value which has 0 is 1. So I will put it inside the Q. Okay. And then next I will take it out from the Q, and I have to delete this part also, and I have to update the in degree value of 3. So in degree value of 3 will become now 0. 1 I will write here as it is 3 as 0. So 3 I will put inside the Q as a new member. Next iteration I will remove 3 from the Q and check for its neighbor. So the neighbor of 3 is 2. So I will delete this part, and the in degree of 2 will be now reduced to 1. Okay. Now I will write 3 here. So now as none of the node has in degree value as 0, so nothing to pick from here, right? So my Q became empty, and the result I got as 1 and 3 only. I'm not able to traverse 2, 5 or 6. This situation will only happen if you have a loop content. If loop is not contains, maybe 2 is directed towards 5 like this, then in degree of it will become 0, or for any other case also you can check. Then we will get some new element with in degree as 0, then we can proceed. But as there is cycle is present here, none of the nodes will never become free. That's why their in degree value will never become 0. So we have to stop the process there. That's why if end of the Kant's algorithm, if we can check the value we will get is less than number of nodes, that means it is obviously contains one cycle. So that means it is not a valid scenario for this particular graph to be a topological sort order. So that's it. That's it about topological sorting and Kahn's algorithm. So in next video, we will do the coding and we will solve the problem course schedule 2, which is present in LeetCode. So there we will do the coding as well the explanation also. Okay. Thanks for watching the video.